The Master Tavern Keeper's History of the Old World. Oh, yeah, but just a moment, please. Before you go any further, Master Tavern Keeper, I do have a question with regards of what you just told us about the Knight Panzer, Hans Voigt. By all means, ask away, dear Heinrich. Oh, yeah, so after the death of Hans's parents at the hands of the orcs, why was it that the dwarf, Brok Goldhorn, fostered the boy? Of course, the dwarf was there at the ambush, defending young Hans, and no doubt must have felt responsible in some way. But what about Hans's grandfather, the Bretonnian knight Geoffroy de Montfort, or his grandmother? There must have been a grandmother, I presume. Why did Hans not go to them? Ah, an excellent question, but the answer is simple. They were dead. Geoffroy's wife had died during childbirth. And as to Geoffroy de Montfort himself, well, after his wife's death, he never remarried, and instead threw himself into his knightly duties in the Order of the Knights Panther, leaving the care of his daughter to the Order of Merciful Sisters of Sigmar. Marie grew up there, but eventually eloped, leaving the convent after meeting the young Knight Panther, Fridolf Voigt, Hans's father. Anyway, back to Geoffroy. Although initially against the marriage, he came round eventually, giving his blessing to the union. But a knight's life, as well you know, noble Heinrich, is fraught with danger. And the reason that Hans's parents and Hans himself were actually on the road to Karazakarak, that snow thaw in 1494, was that the previous summer, Geoffroy had been killed, fighting a young forest dragon no less, deep in the Drakvald forest. I guess you can take the knight out of Bretonia, but you cannot take the Bretonian out of the knight. Oh, indeed. We're all children of our upbringing. Once the wood is cut, it cannot be uncut. Although, surely, the hard edges of a hard youth can still be smoothed and nicened with time and effort. Oh, yeah, I see. That all makes sense. Thank you, Master Tavern Keeper. Sowieso, forgive my interruption. Please, continue. But of course. And so, in the waning years of the last century, I think it may have even been in 1499 itself, Brok Goldhorn, the Dwarf Envoy for Grundhar Bronze Bandages, the High King of Karazakarak, and his young human ward, Hans Voigt, who must have been around 15 at the time, found themselves in the doughy port of Barak Varr, entertaining the Guildmaster of the Sea Engineers, Dammin Cragbrow. The ambassadorial residence of Brok Goldhorn, Barak Varr, 1499. Well met, Goldhorn. Shiver me timbers. You've raised your game. I don't remember you being able to drink like a fish and then hold it like a whale. Truly, your beard has grown thick and long. Lo, avast ye! What I truly wish to discuss this night, though, is of the utmost importance, but must also remain a secret, at least from non-invested parties. Are you savvy with that?
I had suspected as much, and of course I am, my dear friend and esteemed Guildmaster.
Good, but relating to this point, and afore I sail on any further, tell me this. What's this young manling doing here? Is he some sort of cabin boy of yours?
No. But it is a fair question, Dammin. Truth be told, he is my ward, my responsibility, let's call it. He and I go everywhere together. I am oath-bound to protect him. But Guildmaster pay him no mind, for look, he's oblivious. Today was a busy day, and as you can see, he sleeps deep and sound on yonder couch. Continue with what you want to say. There is only you and I to hear.
But, neophytes, let me just add one thing here. Hans was, in point of fact, actually feigning sleep, and he overheard everything that the two dwarves said, which is why I can relate all of this to you now. Goldhorn knew it, of course, but either he didn't care, or he wanted Hans to hear. Whichever it was, it doesn't matter, of course. The end result is the same. Anyway, let us continue. Afore nightfall, we walked the harbour, did we not, Ambassador? You saw our ships, our army of the sea.
I did indeed. It all but took my breath away. A fine sight it was to see such mighty vessels arrayed along the breadth of your impressive yet welcoming harbour.
Sing me, you've an Elgate tongue on you, and no offence intended, but I guess that you need that in your line of work. I'm happy you were impressed, although I fear that I have a very different view of the hulks of our fleet.
Oh, what do you mean, Guildmaster? That frown of yours is begging to be explained.
Aye, it is simply this. Our fleet is old, creaky, and with far too much wood in it. It's barely changed since the War of Vengeance. Can you believe it?
If it works, it works. Is there any point in reinventing the axe when I already have one in my hand?
There might be. Tell me, Brok, you've been to many a land, up and down the Empire, right?
I have. It is both my burden and my privilege.
No doubt. So you must be pretty savvy when it comes to the capabilities of their armies, their cities, and their ports. Places like Marienburg, I mean. Have you seen their ships? All those of Bretonia? And what about the fast ships of the Tyleans and the Arabians? All those of distant Cathay? Have you seen those? No need to answer. I know you have. I have too. All of them. All of the great realms are making good boats. Fast boats. The very image of the Elgi vessels of yore. Why do we need to reinvent the axe, you ask? 'Tis because ours is old and rusted and lacks any edge any more. We are being left in the wake of the Umgi. Who could have imagined such a thing, even a few centuries ago? Our fleet is archaic, and growing more so by the day. This is a problem.
I see. I bow to your knowledge on this subject. But you do not seem like someone who identifies a problem without then coming up with a solution. Am I right?
Shiver me timbers, you've some eyes in that noggin of yours. Quite right you are. Our way is not the way of imitation, though. Our path is that of innovation. We do not wish to create boats akin to those of the Umgi or the Elgi. The age of wood and timber is over. Unstable, hard times are ahead. And we'll need an equally hard fleet to weather the coming storm of chaos.
What then, Guildmaster, do you have in mind? And also, what is it that you need from the throne of the High King? That is why I am here, yes?
It is. You go straight to the point, Ambassador. I like that. But afore I cast off and reveal all, tell me, Brok, what do you know of the fleets of our twisted cousins, the Dowie Tsar?
The Flurendar? The Tainted? What have they got to do with...
Please, for friendship's sake, indulge me a moment, Goldhorn.
I suppose I can. I have heard things. But what I'm about to say goes no further than this room, Guildmaster Cragbrow.
I swear it upon my ancestors' honour, and I might ask the same of ye.
I swear it. It has come to my ears that they plough the seas in gigantic black boats, adorned with gilt runes and golden sigils of their demonic god, Hashut. And it is whispered that their ships are forged and constructed underground, in the depths of their caverns, below their towering dark citadel, Mingal Zar Nagrund.
And what are they constructed from, Ambassador?
I know not, although I can say with certainty that it is not timber.
Yes, it is not. Let me tell you what they use. Metal. The entirety of each and every ship is made from unknown Darkland ores, smelted and beaten into enormous plates. Some as black as coal, others blood red, and the rest gold and bronze in hue. There's not a plank nor a beam of timber to be found on any of their evil vessels, nor are there sails nor oars. They're powered by demonic engines that feed on souls, fire and magic, and drive their boats irresistibly forwards. Mechanical monsters infused with sorcery and chaos.
Bah, Grimnir Beard, I thought you said our way is not the way of imitation, our path is that of innovation. Yet, are you about to propose emulating the works of our tainted cousins? Do you wish to summon forth demons to power your fleet? Have you gone mad?
No, Ambassador, don't be ridiculous. I've naught but contempt for the scurvy Dowie Tsar, as every true-blooded dwarf should. But I'll not let simple hatred cloud my vision to a good idea. The bilge-sucking chaos dwarves have found the right path. They just, once again, immediately took a wrong turn. I'd expect nothing less from that race of scallywags.
Dammin! Say what you want to say, but beware. My weapon is close. However, my eyes and my ears are open. We have been friends for a long time. I'm gifting you an opportunity. Explain yourself.
You've me gratitude. Let me just say this first of all. There'll be no demons in Barak Varr. We need no sorcery to power our boats. We already have engines. Steam engines, no less. And we've had them for some time. By the briny deep, the first was invented by Dargo Grindelson, an engineer of the Reutfiel clan, a whole 7 centuries back. That is established technology in my book. It is these that power our boats, although there is still considerable work to be done there, as we need to increase their power and efficiency, and reduce their size. I'll admit to you that I like a big behind as much as the next dwarf, but the rumps of our current steam engines are far too big, even for my liking.
Please continue, my friend.
Aye. Well, the engine size and power problem is our primary hurdle right now. But once we've solved that, we're ready to get building our new fleet. In point of fact, work on this is already well underway, and so far we've 3 designs that are all but finalised. As well as a couple more in the, let's call it, more ephemeral stage of development.
Now this is more like it. That's a relief. Go on, Guildmaster. What will the new fleet look like, and what kind of investment opportunities are there?
Gladly, I will continue. Now, I could try and describe it all in excruciating detail, but it'll be easier to show ye. You're a longshoreman after all. Please, hold on to your beard for a seagull's mew while I just get these schematics out of my duffel. Oh, and clear the table too. We'll need some room. And another couple of drinks. My throat is parched.